Stared down at the little black checkmark on the back of her hand that Delilah had blackmailed her into getting. She didn't mind the checkmark and electronic chips so much, for it did open doors as Delilah had said it would. She was not questioned about anywhere she went or for anything she did, even her illegal activities. She never had to show ID, and she had a substantial amount of verbal and financial credit. What bothered her was how she came about to having it. She didn't like being threatened, and she didn't like her friends being threatened. Delilah had sealed her fate as far as Azure was concerned. Azure would find a way to be rid of her for good. Azure did her doses of thrice to make the guilt of selling out go away and to make her mother's ghost return to her. She brought out the decomposing dead finger, using it as a spiritual enticement, an incentive for her mother to be magnetized to a piece of her old body, perhaps. Azure sat there, giving the vision of her mother's ghost her undivided attention. Mrs. Hines told her of all the ways she could kill Delilah and be rid of her. Azure listened intently to her mother's ingenious ways to kill off her ex-girlfriend, for even though she and her mother always fought, she had the wisdom to know her mother was always right, especially now from beyond the grave. Now that Mrs. Hines was dead, Azure never fought with her anymore. Instead, she always listened. What Azure didn't want to admit was that all the murderous ideas were not coming from her dead mother's mind, but from her own.